The views expressed and the opinions given by the individual host and their guests do not necessarily reflect those of ParaX, its affiliates, or its sponsors.
Supernatural. Magic. Ghosts. UFOs. Bigfoot. Extraterrestrial. Psychic energy.
The Calling.
And good evening, everyone. Welcome to The Calling. This is Jerry, your host, along with co-host Kimberly Juarez. Hey, Kim.
Hey, Jerry.
How are you?
Good. How
Good,
are you?
Good. I'm not too bad. It's nice.
And how are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. Why?
Oh, I thought you said you were feeling pretty sexy today.
You know,
I had to throw that out there, Jerry.
that's true.
I wasn't going to let it go.
That's funny. Yeah, so I'm doing good.
Now that I embarrassed you. Good.
One person that's not doing good, and I got to say, is tonight was supposed to be Robert Phoenix, who is a powwower, which a powwower is, it's like old German magic, hexes, stuff like that. Well, the other day, I just got done with the advertisement banner for him, and I sent it to him, and I'm like, yeah, how does this look? And he didn't get back to me right away. And I just happened to look on Facebook, and he was doing a Facebook Live. This poor guy has the coronavirus.
Oh, no.
And he can't breathe. He was choking. And he's like, they have him in for 14 days. And he did say, too, that he wishes that, that he would have paid a little bit more attention to the warnings, the masks and stuff like that. So, I mean, I really feel sorry for this poor guy, but he said, no, I'll do the show. And I said, no, that's the last of your worries.
Right.
I don't care what a person sounds like on the show. I said, I'm worried about you. I want you to be well.
Yeah.
So I said, we can redo the show with you at any time. So we're going to give him some time here, and we'll have him back on. So, yeah.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, definitely. You got to let him rest. I mean,
it's
supposed to be really bad. So,
yeah,
poor guy.
and
That's pretty bad.
oh, exactly. He was describing how he's feeling, his lungs and everything. Yep. Thank you, Paranormal Writer. I'll let him know, what everybody's thoughts and stuff like that, and stuff.
Yeah, send some vibes out there to him.
Oh, exactly.
To everyone.
Yeah, and just like Karen says, the world is on fire. It definitely is. It's completely on fire. It's gone crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
my gosh. And I could say more, but we're not going to make this political. So, yeah, I hear you, Steph. I'm going to stay away from reading Facebook. I wish there was a way without, that Facebook could be, I don't know, like the way it was before and everything. It's a great format,
It is. It's really good.
Yeah, but there's some people that, kind of go a little crazy on it. I used to. Oh my God, I used to all the time. And you're right, there's too much hatred. The world is ending. Yep,
Yeah.
Somebody's always trying to stop Twitter from correcting them. That's a new one, but wow, yeah, we do need happy things. That's true. But one thing I thought was really funny. Now, I did see this on Facebook, and I thought was hilarious, actually, is that there is a paranormal dating site.
What?
There's
No, there isn't. Jerry,
yes,
where's
there is.
this at?
It's all over Facebook. It's oh my God, it's all over the place. So it's so people who are in the paranormal field can find somebody with like type of thoughts and everything, And then I thought, I wonder if there's others. So then I typed in serial killer dating site.
Bull.
There is. There is. It's
Oh my
dedicated
gosh.
to people who can sit down and eat a full box of Captain Crunch within 5 minutes.
Oh, Lordy.
Well, I mean, come on. Breakfast is the most important thing of the day, and
You're
so
funny,
if
Jerry.
if you can find somebody who can do the same thing as you, sit down and kill out boxes of cereal, maybe that's it. I'm sorry. I just seen that, and I just missed my old days of Stashu's when I was a bartender there, and we used to do comedy night, and we used to, oh my God, we used to pick on the darndest things,
That's so funny.
We tried to keep it, at least, uh, at least a little humorous and not go too overboard. But anyway, so that's some of the things that is happening out there. And again, I wish Robert, if you're listening, Robert, speedy recovery, my friend. Take care.
Yes.
Don't worry about it. The calling's not going anywhere, right? We've been on for how many thousands of years?
Well, you've been on there for thousands of years.
Well, it
So,
feels like you have been, Kim. I mean, we do pretty good together.
yeah, we
You know,
do.
there's
We
only like out of let's say if we did 125 shows, there's only maybe 115 that I thought sucked.
Okay.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding with you. Uh, no, we had a great time. We've done a lot of stuff. We've had a lot of fun.
Right. All right.
She's gonna beat me right after this. I know that. So, what do you got going on? Anything cool going on this weekend?
Actually, we did investigate a farm area, and it actually, in spite of the wind and stuff, I did have, like, I was gonna put the owner was gonna allow us to do a live video, Facebook video, and what happened was, we got some really good results, like some awesome results. We used the spirit box, and of course my daughter puts the headphones on, and she listens to the words that come out, and she splats the words out as my investigator goes and puts down whatever questions I ask. Then she also puts the answer down. I mean, the result was pretty good, I would have to say. I wish she was here. That'd be great, because I thought it was really odd, because as I'm walking down the path and they're all sitting in a bunch, only she could hear me and the investigator that's writing everything down. And as I'm writing everything down, my daughter's shouting out the words, and I'm asking the spirit, do you see me? And they're saying yes. And I said, am I getting closer to you? And I was walking the opposite direction, and they told me no. So then I turned around. Do I go this way? East, north, west, or south? And they said east. I was like, and this is where apparently something had happened to these people, the right direction where they wanted me to go. And I kept going and walking, and they were telling me, as I'm walking down, they were telling me on the radio, okay, now they want you to go this way, because I'm answering as I'm going, I just didn't want my daughter to hear me, because I didn't want her, to hear anything that I was trying to say, but the headphones were on. And once you're in that state, when you're listening to the spirit box, you hear so much chatter, you can't even hear what's going on around you, because you're in that meditative state. And I know my daughter was in a meditative state, but I thought it was pretty good results and everything. And I just thought it was weird. Now, the best thing that we found as results We went to the area where I guess the house used to be on, and had this foundation. Well, my investigators and my daughter, she's one of our investigators, they went over to look at the foundation, and they were like, "Oh my God!" At first I was like, "What did you guys find?" They found a baby deer that was just born. Her eyes weren't even open yet, Jerry. A baby deer. It was all curled up, super curled up. And I thought it was, when they took the picture, I was like, that is crazy. They took the picture and they took a picture of my daughter with it. But of course, she can't touch it because, they had to be super careful because they didn't want to leave human scent. So I thought it was so cute. They found the deer, right, actually by the foundation. And I thought it was pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. To me, that was the best.
Well, okay, so the mother did come back.
I'm hoping she did come back. We don't know for sure, only because we're in the woods, so we couldn't really go look afterwards. We're not allowed on the property afterwards. So I'm going to text the girl because it's been a week now. So I'm going to text the girl and ask her if anything has happened yet, to make sure that deer is safe. And then there was kind of like, of course, there's always something, we're out in the country and there was fireworks going off. So I'm worried that deer probably got scared, because of the fireworks. You know what I mean?
Well, it could have actually given birth and then, you guys came on up and it got scared and ran.
No, well, they didn't see no deer. So far they didn't see anything around them because I'm pretty sure the mom would have defended her baby if she just had it. I'm assuming that maybe those fireworks were going off before we even got there because it was evening. It was late. And I'm thinking that's what scared her. It was way far, but still, deers don't know, especially with fireworks, they don't know what's going on. And I'm just hoping that, that she, it just all of a sudden she just came upon her. It's not like we went over there and saw this baby there. She was like literally in the trees. They're wrapped up in the trees. And I mean, she could have stepped on her, put it that way, because she's so tiny and round. You know what I mean? It looks like a baby cat, but it's really a deer, So she got to take a picture with her and everything, just like, she just leaned in so she could get a picture, and then that was it. And they left it alone. But I hope to God that mother came back, because I even said, "Are you guys going to come and check?" And she said, yeah, she would check to make sure that the
Okay,
baby
so if you find out about it by next
Mm-hmm.
week on the show, don't even talk about it if it was bad news. Okay? Only if it's good news and everything else, then you can say, yes, the baby was fine, was seen running with the mother, flipped us a hoof, told us to go to hell. Oh, heck, I mean, stuff like that.
Well,
Go
ahead. Well,
Nope.
the funny thing to me was on Facebook not too long ago, they were showing images of a baby deer and telling people to be careful, like when you go lawn mowing, when you go to do your lawn and be careful towards the woods. Yeah, and hunters, telling hunters to be careful because there are these little baby deers that are barely born, especially around this time, and you have to be super, super careful and not to leave your scent and not to be, to make sure you don't touch it and to leave it alone because the mama will come back, so we'll see what happens. I mean, I just thought it was really like a true blessing for her to be able to see something like that. Like none of us went over there to bug it or anything because we didn't want issues. We didn't want her mama not to come back. But I just thought it was the most beautiful thing ever to see. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, if you do, like I said, you get bad news back, I don't want to hear it. Nobody.
Okay.
Let's don't even talk about that. Paranormal writer is saying that usually mom leave their babies alone in hiding for the first few weeks.
Oh, okay.
That is just crazy,
Yeah, apparently they can't see their first day. They don't walk and they don't see, and they don't even make noise or anything. They don't, but they knew she was alive because her nose was twitching. So she looked to make sure she was okay, so,
right.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
That's really interesting. Wow. Okay. Well, now I blew my whole train of thought because I thought you were
Sorry.
coming up on something bad that would happen. And it's like, no, I was going to hang you up. I would
No, no.
say, well, Kimmy's gone. Sorry about that, Kim. She's having problems with her Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I might
type
have.
of thing.
Don't curse it, Jerry, because it is giving me some trouble. So just
Yeah,
saying. Yeah.
true. And what's tonight?
Tonight?
Yeah, tonight is Valentina
Yeah.
Lomborg
Yep.
Wiley had said on the last show that we were on, said that tonight, the 27th, something's going to happen to me tonight.
That's right.
Yeah. So she'll be back on in a couple weeks, and we're going to be talking about it. So,
Has anything happened out of the ordinary?
well, last night was bizarre. We moved in here a few months ago, and right away, first thing we did was clear it because things were happening, such as footsteps, and then the toilet flushed on its own, and then seeing something moving around and stuff. So tonight or last night it was I started hearing this scratching at the door. Like if you were to have a cat or something scratching at your door, at my door. I was the only one here. Nicole wasn't here. And so I sat there and stared over at the door, and I thought, what the hell? And I opened it up, and there was nothing there. Nothing whatsoever. Yep, today is the 27th. Oh, so that would have been last night.
Right.
That's right, because it was after midnight. So anyway, and then I shut the door and I was sitting there and I started thinking, I thought it was the fan. So I shut off the fan in my room and all of a sudden I started hearing this beep, 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 and then a sound. The first thing I thought of was the microwave again because for some reason it goes off by itself, which is almost impossible.
Really, Jerry?
Yeah, so I came on out and the light was on the microwave again. But it wasn't going. And I thought, oh, okay, this is kind of nuts. Now, I got to admit this, you guys. I was a little nervous. I really was nervous. And so I went and sat back down, shut my door, and sitting on the edge of the bed, I thought, well, I'm going to play some video game to get it out of my mind. So I'm playing some video game, and then all of a sudden the scratches started again. And the fan's off. I'm looking around. Sometimes you can hear something that's coming, what you think is coming from one side, but can come from directly a different side.
Right.
So I walked around my room. I walked over to where I have a huge closet, walk-in closet, and nothing there. And I got to the door, and I could hear it coming from the door. And so I wailed the door open as fast as I could to see a fleeting glimpse of something moving quite fast down the hallway towards the kitchen.
Really, Jerry?
Yep.
That's
seriously.
crazy.
Now I'm at the point of crapping myself because it was like, what the heck? And yeah, I mean, paranormal investigators, it's okay if we get a little nervous. Okay, I was a lot nervous. And so I came out here, turned on all the lights, looked again, absolutely nothing. So I thought, okay, that's it. I'm just going to go to bed. So, laid down, and I actually passed right out. I had some good sleep until 4 o'clock in the morning. 4 o'clock in the morning is a normal thing. And I know that sometimes a person's body clock can get them up. But each time that they get me up, it gets me up at the exact time, 10 minutes to 4. 10 minutes to 4, no matter what, I'm up. And not just something woke me up or something like that. It's like eyes open, just awake. So I'm like, okay, what am I going to do? So I just kind of putzed around and stuff, and then I got an idea to make a necklace, and made the necklace. And for some reason, lots of thoughts of my daughter came into my mind, Casey.
Uh-huh.
And it's like, I mean, I know I could call her up, I suppose, but she'd hate me. She'd be screaming at me. GoSingles.com. No thanks. No thanks, Cece. No, I'm just, no, no. Anyway, so I just kind of, I've been up since, and I don't feel half bad. I feel pretty good. I've been up so much and stuff, but
right.
It's a
So
daily.
is this has it been since you moved there that this has been happening, or was this already happening before you moved there?
No, this has just started happening.
Okay.
Yeah, because I
Okay.
lived at Mike's place.
Okay.
She says, no, you have to look at it. It's hysterical. So, okay, let's look at this and see how it's. Oh my God. You guys click on that link. It is very funny. I am a male ghost seeking a female ghost, aged between 18 and 180, who died horribly, mysteriously, tragically, or suddenly.
That's hilarious.
This is very, very funny. Okay. All right. She was right. It's funny. Oh my God.
So, Jerry, now what are you going to do? Are you guys going to get your investigators to go investigate it without you there? Because you can't really be in there.
No, exactly. But what I am going to do is I'm going to put out some voice recorders tonight to see what's happening.
Yep.
And then I'm going to give the recordings to, I suppose, members of the team or somebody that wants to go through it and tell me what they hear.
Okay. Okay. So now you hear scratching. You heard the microwave go off. You've already seen maybe a glimpse of some kind of image, you could say, or does it look transparent or dark? Or
it was like a flesh tone color, but it moved really fast. But it was weird is when I wailed the door open, it was like it was there for a millisecond and then just streaked away. And when I peeked my head out, it was gone. So,
really?
I mean, it was that fast. Yeah. Huh. So I think before we do, and even management here said that the woman said that there's, a lot of people have said that they've claimed that there's something around in this building. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. Huh. Well, maybe I'll put out a camera. I can put out, at least my handy cam.
Yeah. Even a recorder, you could just leave it in the room you just don't just say, hey, I know you're here. Just let me know what you need, and just walk away from it. You could talk in this record. I don't know. I would say something like that and just leave it and just let somebody else hear it.
Put it this way. I mean, if it's happening without me asking it to.
Oh, right. Exactly.
I think I'm just going to put out the voice recorder and one of my body cams and just kind of put an extra battery pack on it because it'll go for like 6 hours. I'm sure I'll be up at almost 4 o'clock anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
This is the way life is. So.
Well, what's funny is probably it freaked you out a little bit because of the fact is that you're not even investigating. When you go investigating, you already gun-ho and you already know that this is, some things are going to happen, so you're not really too much worried about it. But when it's around you, when you're not even investigating, that's the part where you're like, that's kind of strange, Exactly. So that is so crazy, Jerry. That is really crazy. Nothing ever happened at your apartment, did it? I mean, no tragedies or anything that you know of, right?
Well, the people that lived in this place were here, I think she said, for 4 years.
Okay.
They're very good people. They were non-smokers. Thank God. They had a cat, I think they said. But nothing ever happened that they said. Well, I mean, they're not going to tell you anyway, unless you're...
they're not going to tell you. Yeah, unless you buy... Well, not even when you buy it. I think people find out, like, I know this person that bought a house and they didn't even know it was the old funeral house. You know, they didn't tell them, and they bought the house. They never told them anything about it. And once they started getting to know people in town, I guess they went to go buy furniture, and they said, "Hey, yeah, we're the new people. This is where you're going to deliver the furniture." And they go, "Oh, the old funeral place?" And they're like, "What?" They didn't even know, had no clue. So yeah.
I wonder if they sleep like the dead there.
Right. I wonder if they sleep good.
Yeah. Well, sleeping like the dead, you never move, Well,
right, exactly.
But no, it's I'm gonna have to do some more research on this place, I suppose. But I'll tell you what, Kim, here's what I'm gonna do, because it actually shouldn't be your team that does the investigation. So, would you mind if I was to send you the recordings?
Oh yeah, I would do it in a heartbeat.
Okay. I was thinking of asking you if you would do either recording or video. And then since Steph is right there, if Steph wouldn't mind looking over the audio or the video, whichever, or the audio or video, which one ever.
There you go.
Take a peek at and see if you guys find anything on it.
Yeah, so is it your front door or is it your bedroom door that you hear?
No, this is my bedroom door.
Wow.
Yep. And I've heard voices in the past, but again, can you put it off as people living?
Right.
'Cause I have people below me, people upstairs. But the thing is that I don't really hear them. There's really nothing that I hear whatsoever from any of them,
Yeah, exactly. Well, too, you have to stop to think, like, if there's been accidents in front of the apartment building, has anybody died in the building, an elderly person or someone that may have passed of whatever causes or something like that. So you have to kind of research all that and kind of see more or less, because you never know. People just linger or whatnot. Or it could have been from the past of, before the apartment was even built. You never know,
Yep,
so
that's true. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
it's
7:30.
Oh,
so we're going to take a break, and we'll be right back in just a couple of minutes, everybody.
Whether you're listening at home, at work, or anywhere, thanks for making ParaX part of your day. Your source for everything paranormal, ParaX.
This is Matt Moneymaker.
And this is Hoyt Velarde.
And you are listening to The Calling on ParaX.com.
There. I don't know if you've heard, but there's a great new radio show on ParaX. 2 hosts, 1 hour, and too much fun. Stephanie and Heidi not only talk about the latest goings-on in the supernatural worlds, they live it. They want to hear from you. They want to help you understand and guide you. And they want you to tune in. So, grab a friend or come alone to gather around that metaphysical table with Heidi and Stephanie. If you're interested in the worlds of the unseen, tune in to the Gathering Radio Show, Tuesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern on ParaX Radio.
It is the secret of the world that all things subsist and do not die, but only retire a little from sight and afterwards return again. Nothing is dead. People find themselves dead and endure the mock funerals and mournful obituaries. And there they stand, looking out the window, sound and well, in some new and strange disguise. This secret must be told to the world, and they must tell it. Because they're not dead, we know this, and we'll prove it. So join Mike and Dave every Monday night at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central for the Odyssey Files. Only on ParaX.
And we are back. This is Jerry and Kimberly of The Calling. And if you missed any of our shows in the past, or if you're thinking, I remember this one show, and you want to take a look at it or listen to it, you sure can. You can go to thecallingradioshow.com, and you can see all of our shows there. Or you can also go to our YouTube channel, The Calling Radio Show, and we've got a list of all the shows for the past long time. Very long time. So, just go and take a listen to them and stuff. And also, one of the big things that I like about Para X is all the different types of shows out there. You have The Gathering, which is every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. And you have the He Said, She Said, the Cryptid Show, which is in hiatus right now, but they'll be back. So everybody send happy thoughts to Tommy Cooper on getting well and getting back. And that's on Sunday nights from 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock. And then Geeks Paranormal right after us, the ladies of the paranormal are out and having fun. So, okay. So now, Kim, you were saying about something?
Well, okay, so apparently I was on, I don't know where I seen this, but apparently in Mexico there was this alien-like creature, and it was very tall, like super tall, like a two-story house, and they could see this image of this creature far beneath the, like far in the trees, more in the more jungle area. And I just thought it was really weird. Did anybody see that? Like it was in it was like in like some hot latest news apparently. And I was looking it up, and now I don't even see it on there. It just tells you about an alien that they just saw, some alien creatures, supposedly spaceships, on May 2nd. But I was trying to look it up to see if it really did exist. But you know how like when they give you all those little boxes of all the latest stuff and stuff like that, that's where I seen it at. So I don't know. Now I don't see it on here, Jerry. So yeah, I mean, I thought that was kind of weird. And that was in New Mexico, I think. Not Mexico, maybe.
Oh, I never heard nothing about it. I heard that there was like a monitor lizard found in like northwestern Minnesota out in the woods.
Really?
And they couldn't understand how it was living there for so long, and it was pretty good size. I'm pretty sure it was over like the Fargo area, if I'm correct. Unless that was a hoax. I mean, some of this stuff you just can't believe.
Well, yeah. Yeah. Well, that's okay. So, that's what I wanted to touch base on. About the Wendigo. How was talking about how they even think it's kind of related to the sense of the Bigfoot. I was just kind of curious about all that. What were your thoughts, Jerry? I mean, let's be honest now. Because the Wendigo comes from native. That's where I've learned.
So does Bigfoot.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know how that results in that. I mean, I never heard of anything that way.
Well, Bigfoot is Bigfoot. It's a creature. It is, it's there. Where a Wendigo, that's more of a spirit type of a thing. That's the way I've always known it to be. That a Wendigo is not a live being. It is a supernatural being, or more of a paranormal type being, a spirit. That can inhabit somebody. Yeah. But I just don't see how they, and I mean, I know Lauren Coleman was one that was saying that they're a relative of each other and stuff. Yeah. I just don't know. Some people in different parts of, the United States or even the world, will say one thing and it's believed to be something totally different. So.
Well, that's kind of the same thing when he says he doesn't believe that the UFO and Bigfoot, it doesn't relate to any of that. He believes that too.
Yeah, so, some people do.
Some people do. Oh yeah, they extremely do.
Yep, and I just I don't see it myself, but but is it possible? None of us know until. Well, either the day we die or until we actually see them.
Right,
know,
absolutely.
you know,
I just
some,
I just wanted to touch bases on what your thoughts because it was real quick and I was just like, oh, I should ask Jerry about that. So
right.
yeah.
Well, it's funny is that this is actual.
Hmm.
One day I was talking to somebody about the paranormal. They learned that I was a paranormal investigator, and
Hmm.
they asked me, "Is this true?" And I said, "Okay,
Okay.
is what true?" And they said, "Is it true that aliens are Bigfoot's master, and that Bigfoot pretty much got off the leash and they took off? So UFOs go and try to find it." And I
Uh-huh.
started thinking about it. I thought, you know what? If a Bigfoot's like a cat, you know, and if a
Hmm.
cat goes poo, then of course the ones that think they're the masters are actually the servants. They follow behind to pick all that up.
Hmm.
That was dumb, wasn't it?
Hmm. I'm like,
I just don't
I
believe
got
that.
lost.
Yeah, well, no,
Right.
I mean,
Right.
somebody did ask me that once and gave me that analogy that that's what they think, and it's like, I just don't think so, you know. But we can all say no, just like Steph did, or we can say, yeah, that is possible, that they believe that they have a connection to them. But where exactly is the connection? Other than some people think that, oh, um, that wherever there's Bigfoot sightings, there's also UFO sightings.
Right.
Again, we kind of talked about that one time. That
Mhm.
could it be because of Bigfoot? I believe is an interdimensional being that they
Right.
can leave and come at will, and that maybe that kind of opens up a portal or something for UFOs. That could possibly be,
Hmm. Yep.
So, it's so interesting all this
Yeah.
different stuff.
And the Wendigo, it's sighted in Wisconsin, up north, and Minnesota because we've heard a lot of Wendigo stories. Some people say it's a creature, a dog-like creature. Some people say it's a spirit, kind of like the skinwalkers that are down south. Um, I mean, people, there's just so much stuff. And then the books that are out there about the Wendigo is pretty crazy too. So, I mean, people
Right.
are just left and right about the Wendigo. So I was pretty, I got pretty like, um, amazed at what just he said and everything about that. And again, I still believe in the more of the native stories, just like you. I'm not saying he's wrong or anything. I'm just saying that I still believe fully about the Native Americans and how they believe, what, they've been here before us, long before us. So
Right.
I'm still a full believer on that. So yeah, about
Right.
the Bigfoot, about the Wendigo, about whatever creature spirits. I mean, some natives don't go around spirits. Some people embrace them. It's just like how we're all different, all different. So
Right. I was talking to another a man and a woman that were paranormal investigators. They live
hmm.
over by St. Croix Falls, and they said that their big thing is the dog man. That the
Oh,
dog
yep.
man is now more on the Wisconsin side than it is on the Minnesota side. So they've
Hmm.
been out trying to find it. And I said,
Oh,
okay, so then you must believe in Bigfoot. And they said no.
yeah.
I'm
You know
like,
what? That's weird.
excuse
Different.
me.
That's different to me because, when I asked somebody, I think you and I and Steph and Art went up there. And when I went to ask after you guys left, I went to ask so we could see if anybody seen anything or anything like that. They were like looking at me like I was crazy. And there are people that say they've seen the Bigfoot. So
Yep.
now they're saying the dog man. And the dog man, they talked about the stories up north in Minnesota about the dog man.
Right.
So
No, no,
that's
no.
interesting.
Yeah, I didn't mean that area
Oh,
specifically. I know,
right.
but around that area
Hmm.
that they were talking about, and they said that, but they don't believe in Bigfoot, but yet they
Yeah.
believe in the dog man. Is something
Huh.
they can find. It was quite interesting because I sat there talking to them for a long time. They don't believe in the Mothman. They said that is just totally made up, that someone sabotaged that bridge and everything for all that to happen. And it's like, wow, that would have to be a lot for someone to do it. But then, if you think about it, now I'm not saying that I agree with them, but if you think about it, look what happened to 35W Bridge.
Right.
The gusset plate and stuff. And, it was too flimsy. And so you directed all that traffic just to go on one side that is not used to handling that much traffic. I always figured something was going to happen to that bridge. I hated going across it. Even the new one gives me the willies, something fierce, because it seems like the guardrails are lower than what they were before. It just, it's creepy. All bridges, I guess, that, that they're working on and stuff, it's like, I don't even want to go over them,
Well, I just think it's crazy how all these stories, how people portray all these different stories. And I was very interested in what Lauren Coleman said. I just think it's I don't know, is it getting, why is it now that they are starting to see the Dogman now in Wisconsin area? You know what I mean? In the LaCroix River. Now why is it that they're seeing this? So now it's got me thinking, and now it's I'd probably be going to, guess where I'm at, Jerry? I'm at the in Wisconsin looking for the Dogman now, because I love stuff like that, especially creatures and stuff like that, so, I just think it's how crazy and different. And it's the way the world is becoming too, now look at you seeing things at your apartment when before you even experienced stuff like that, and that to me, what's going on, is there more energy now? Is there more chaos? Well, I know there's a lot of chaos right now, especially out here, and just so much energy that's going on, and it's causing all this stuff to happen, You're starting to see more things. You're starting to notice stuff. You're starting to notice the energy. Like even when I was on that farm, Jerry, the energy, the pictures that we caught, you could see this light. It looked like light, and I thought it was the flashlights, but no, it wasn't the flashlights because I was taking, more than one picture at a time. And at first I thought, okay, could that be the lighting? What's going on? I mean, I felt like it kind of, do you remember when we went to Walcott and that person sent us each that picture with the smoky like thing? And we thought, oh, could it be the flashlights or anything? But there was no fog. There was nothing like that in Walcott. It was like a long time ago, Jerry.
I can't
we
remember.
Talked about it, about how just the energy in itself, what can it cause? Why does it cause that? But I don't know. It's just crazy. And I know I'm probably sounding pretty weird, but I just think how everything is now. And to see the Dogman by the by the river like that, especially in Wisconsin, I just think it's odd. Really odd.
Right. Yeah, and that is, did you see what Paranormal Writer wrote? More people plus less nature equals fewer places for cryptids. Exactly. And actually fewer places for everything.
Right. Well, that's true, Steph. We did hear tons of reports about the Dogman up in Bena area and stuff like that. So, yeah, I mean, they fully believe in the Dogman there, especially the natives. They totally believe in that. So that is crazy.
About 10 minutes from Steph, we are thinking Dogman. Wow, that's interesting. She has found prints, structures, etc. That's really interesting, I mean, I don't think I've ever heard of what type of structures that Dogman actually makes. Have you?
No. I haven't been with them for a while, so it's like I got to get out there. I just got to get out there. This is making me crazy now.
I know. It's been a long, long time, hasn't it, since you've been out
since
there?
I've been. It's about like half a year. Yeah. Right. I have to start getting out there, and then I want to do some stuff because I heard by the Iowa border, and I need to get out there. I really need to get out there. I keep looking at the map, and just like one day I'm just going to get in the car and just say, Steph, I'm leaving. I'm going to go. I got to go.
Right.
Because they say they sense all these, like, things are starting to happen. Like, they see these things, and they said they see families of Bigfoot out there. So I truly want to get out there and see it for myself and see if I can see anything out there.
Then you know what you need to do? Get off your hinder and get up there.
I know.
Because I know the girls miss you.
Yeah, definitely got to get out there and see.
Most definitely. So, but no, this thing about Dogman and everything, this gave me an idea.
Yep.
You know, about I'm gonna do some more research. So next week we'll be able to talk a little bit more about that. There's somebody I need to get a hold of about Dogman and
there is a lady who did a huge research about the Dogman that Karen is talking about, the Beast of Bray, and there is a road out there. Apparently, yep. And I think we've even drove by it at one point. And apparently, they even speculated that it could have been a coyote, elongated coyote that was super manged. And so they were, they were giving their point of views. People like the DNR and all that stuff, because apparently they've seen this creature on there. Yep. And the Godfrey. Yep. So she made, she researched it and everything. So they were really, they did a whole, actually, you know what, Steph, you're right, because they did a whole documentary about her and what her findings were and stuff like that. So they were trying to say it was really a dog with mange and all this other stuff, and that's why the creature looked that way. And I don't believe it, because they're always trying to speculate so people don't get all excited about it and start looking and start, getting crazy about it. But still, I think it's interesting, very interesting.
Right. I'm on her website right now, and it shows a book called Winged Cryptids. Humanoid Monsters and Anomalous Creatures Case Book. I might have to buy that one. I just bought Lauren Coleman's book that somebody else wrote, but he did the forward of it and everything. It's the, now I can't even remember what I bought. I know that he was signing them today, and it was double. Gosh darn it. I hate this when this happens. My memory goes, number one, along with the hair. I love my hair. Here it is. Here it is. Autographed by Sun, Sand, and Sea Serpents. It's a Dave. Oh, gosh. I hate people with really weird names. You can't figure it out for nothing. But he wrote the forward on the book and everything. And so I ordered it. And could it be a sign that he's going to come back on the show? Could that be a possibility here in the near future? Well, we'll just have to leave that up in the air now, ain't we?
Yep.
No.
There are many places. Stephanie says they are in many places. These same creatures, I believe. Odd footprints, big with what it looks to be like 3 toes. Very large, deep, not squatch, but something else. That's interesting. Yeah, I did. Those are those pictures that you just recently put up, right, Steph? I'm assuming those are the ones, because they did kind of look odd. To me, that looked odd. And apparently they were huge.
Wow. Where did she put it up on Facebook?
Somewhere. I don't know if it was through ours or something. I remember seeing some type of dog pictures. Oh, Karen has been finding these. Oh, so where Karen lives. Wow. That's pretty interesting, ladies.
Interesting is right. Yeah, on the chat with claws. Well, see, that's something I'm going to have to start checking into, because I love this stuff. I think it's awesome, and hats off to you girls for going on out there. You know?
Mm-hmm.
You hear me, girl?
Yes, I do. I think I'm reading the chat. That's what I'm doing.
Oh, I'm looking for the pictures that you have. Is that?
I don't know if they have them on
Oh, they didn't
on
put
their
them on
web.
anything.
No, they probably were sharing it with
Oh,
us.
oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay, got it.
Yeah,
So
there's so much stuff to look for, guys. We just got to get out there. Everybody, let's just get out there, start finding stuff.
exactly. Well, actually, this weekend, I had asked you if you would come with down to Walcott,
Yes.
and I
Yep.
know Steph and I think Katie, possibly Carrie, I don't
Okay.
know, would want to go. I know
Okay.
Steph is interested, and then because there's also a site down there that's going to be. I just want to drive past it, and that's where they say that they've been seeing the Greys down there.
Really?
Yep, in a field, and that they're not able to get close enough because of, they see them coming because you got to use a flashlight to get out there,
Mm-hmm.
or a flash of a camera, whatever. But they take off right away, and I just happen to have bought a binocular that is infrared. It's a lot military style, and you can
Okay.
see up to 400 meters.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, oh my God, it's really, really awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And to go down there and do an investigation, I am definitely up for that. I think that would be
Oh,
just a
yeah.
blast. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be. I mean, is it near that area of Walcott area? Do you know?
Yes, it's not that
Okay.
far away. Yep, it's not
Okay.
that far away at all. It's in a field. So I'm just saying on something here why a hunter tried to kill the beast thinks it's aggressive when the hunter who tried to kill. That's the thing about it that drives me nuts. Why do guys or girls think that is a good thing, that they can just go and shoot and kill an animal,
Mm-hmm.
and an elephant, a giraffe? When is it a giraffe going to come to their place and attack them?
Right.
But yet
Right.
a rhinoceros, stuff like that. I don't get it, why they want to kill something that big, beautiful,
Mm-hmm.
and then brag about it.
Right. And there's a
I,
lot of pictures like that. It's just sickening. It really is.
yeah,
It just hurts my heart when I see giraffes, any kind of animal, to be truthful. I just hate the fact that people can mistreat animals, period.
exactly. Okay, so Steph and Karen, yes, it's down there by Faribault, and the Greys. Yep, UFO sightings, and Casey just handed me a barefoot spritzer rose. What
Oh,
the heck is that?
it's a drink.
Oh,
Casey, I'm snapping my fingers over here looking for Casey. Casey? No.
well, the reason that people do want to kill something like Dogman or Bigfoot is because, number one, there's a bounty on them. There's a bounty on all these different cryptids. Some is up to $20 million for one, and to try to catch it alive, that's just about impossible. So why not shoot it dead, then you got it. That's what a lot of them are thinking. So
Right.
it's like, to them, it's going to be easy money. But they're not thinking about the full thing, and that's, how...
The men in black will come along and take that creature that you killed, and then there'll be nothing to brag about after that.
Well, no, but they'll at least have money for it.
Well,
That's the big thing.
yeah, who knows? Hush hush money, I guess. Who knows?
Well, no, it's
You know?
it's the money that they would get for killing an animal,
Yeah.
And the thing
Yeah.
is that the theory of evolution has showed us that, some animals, some even human animals, are no longer around. So
Mhm.
when you have one that's close to, that can prove certain things, why would you go and kill it?
Right. Absolutely.
That's I don't
Well,
understand.
absolutely, Jerry. not necessary at all to be doing stuff like that.
Exactly.
It really isn't. It really isn't.
The Smithsonian will show up and take the body. Exactly. Yep, that's true. It's happened before and near me. Wow. Money's the root of all evil. That's why I'm broke.
Right.
So, but anyway, well, this was an interesting show. I mean, this is one that we had to do off the cuff because we really, really wanted Robert Phoenix, the powwower, on, and he will be on. Give him a couple weeks and a couple 3-4 weeks to heal up and everything. And I just hope that everything is okay with him. He's a great guy, and when you guys hear him, you guys are going to love him. He was on my show, many years ago, and that's when he was just getting into being a powwower. And I think the whole thing with him, and especially people like me that wanted to talk to him, was because of that book by Sylvia Schultz, which is 44 Years in Darkness. It was a story of Rana Derry, who, when she was a young girl, they found her to be crazy or something, and they locked her away in a insane asylum, and she lived in there for 44 years. It was terrible. Yep. Anyway, time to go. So thank you, Para X. Thank you, Sarge. Thank you, everybody out there, for listening in. Thank the troops and everything. Sarge, again, thank you if you didn't hear me because Kim talked over me. But we'll see you all next week, and have yourself a great week, guys.